YouTube? Out here in the center of Sudbury, Mass. As you can see the sign in front of me, King Philip War of the Sudbury fight. Now it says on the sign, within April 21st, 1676, quarter of a mile north, which I'm going to bring you where I was yesterday. I figured I'd just do this now due to the simple fact of what happened to me yesterday. Phone cut off, but it did it in a way that I never had a phone happen like this before. So, getting up here now, as you can see here, all houses, strip mall, therefore. On this road, within that sign and the next sign I'm going to stop at, was the Sudbury fight. All within this area. Now it is hard to say where it took place due to all these houses have been built. You won't know. And I believe they say within a quarter of a mile up the road, which if it had taken place where this sign is, then that where it will be. But it is a sign say leaving the King Philip historic site, whatever. I'll show you when I get up here. But all through, like I said, a bunch of English got taken down by the Indians. This was one of the other battles that were won by the Indians. And here's the sign that I'm going to stop at. This is where I was yesterday. Today I'm going to be recording off of 2 phones to see what happens today. Because like I say, what happened yesterday was very strange. Never had this happen. Let's get out. Now the road I just drove down is Concord Road. I am actually on my old phone today. Here is my new phone. What happened yesterday with this is beyond me. But here I was standing going over the place here, and as I can say, what I was saying yesterday, I think I got cut off, but this right here I believe is an actual Indian walking path. Here is the sign. You are leaving King Philip Historic District. The sign in the beginning of this video is the one that tells you what happened here. This says entering, as you can see. But all along this road, the Indians attacked the English. A lot of lives and souls were killed in this area. And I believe also maybe praying Indians. And of course this is another area I needed to get in my documentary of the King Philip War. I'm going to turn on my other phone, see how much, I ain't got much time on this. Because due to the other video that got cut off in the video I had to make this morning, which is still downloading, I ain't going to have much space on this. But what I'm going to do is see if I go over the 3-minute mark with this phone. That's what I'm going to do now. In the meantime, I'm just going to let this phone run for at least 3 minutes. So I'm turning it on now. And like I said, this is how I do my videos. The face is literally about 3 to 4 inches away from my face. Due to the high traffic volume, this is how I do my videos. But like I said, I wanted to get forth this and document it, and give my honors in full respect to the Wampanoag, as he was chief of, I hope I said that right, and just get a little visual of what And like I said, you ain't gonna know anything. We're on Concord Road. But I believe from this sign forward this way is where all the battle occurred. And Sudbury was like I said, great victory for the Indians. And also I want to mention that I believe this one could have been one of the many fights that took place, but due to it being more publicly and open, like it was mentioned in the book from Sarah Ed Concierge, the Great Powwow, I believe this is one of the fights that the English started to get scared of the Indians and how they were just literally tearing down everything, and and they couldn't stop them due to the fact that they had so many ways of fighting. The only way the English could have won like they did was take their tactics and what the Indians have done to them and use it against them. So they began to hide in the trees and in the woods and in the tall grass and all kinds of stuff. And I'm sure I noticed there's a lot of flat land on this road. So I'm taking it was a meadow. Also a lot of flat land of where, center of towns would be built back in the day. And, this whole strip out here. And I can see why the Indians took, it is pretty close to the Concord River, Nashua River. If anyone was to look up maps and stuff and see where this is all located in the terrain of the area, you would understand and know why, like I say through all my videos, why the Indians, lived like they did. It is now over 3 minutes on this phone. The other phone, I got 7 minutes, but I wanted to see if this phone would shut off again or if I would catch something here. Because like I say, due to the fact that this phone shut off, and when I was looking at it before it shut off, when I thought it had shut off before I left, the video was still running up to about 10, in between 10 to 14. I think I might have been even 14 minutes I did a video here, and it got cut off at 3. So now, that phone had cut off only due to the fact that I have 2 other videos on, but it was in the 3-minute mark. But like I say, yesterday when I was looking at it, the numbers were still on. As you can see, they're off. Yesterday the numbers were on, so. And yesterday I didn't have no other videos on this phone. So something went down. My other video is still going strong. Like I said, I had to use my old phone for this. I'm going to have to get Wi-Fi to do it. We got some building going on back here, so I'm about to wonder what they're doing. I don't know if it's got to do with the houses here, but anyways, if you come along here, this stretch of land on Concord Road into the center of Sudbury, you'll most definitely be taking a different look into the future of once was the past. And this is marking the 500th year that the King Philip War had occurred. It ended in August 7th, 1776. But I'm sure the spirit still lives strong throughout these grounds, and a lot of, like I said in the beginning, a lot of lost souls here for nonsense. And just to end this video, like I say, all war is nonsense. Even the King Philip War was nonsense. But when you have, like, perfect example, refugees coming in to our land, refugees coming in, taking away, God bless you, taking away our Pledge of Allegiance, taking away saying Merry Christmas. all to do with God, and all the God is supposed to be saying, but their God is different from our God. It's like I say, what are we going to do? Start speaking Muslim because they're disrespected of our English language? Hey, the Indians did it. Why don't we do it? I don't think that's going to happen. You think you're going to let that happen? The Indians let it happen, and look what happened to them. A war that lasted a year, and nothing came out of it but just a body count. Senseless. Unbelievably senseless. But other than that, YouTube, I had to do this. This is my documentary. This is the King Philip War, which I want to call, which I hate calling it because that was Metacom's English name. It was the king, the great Chief Metacom War is what I call it now. I mean, I will have to say, I hate saying it, but I will have to say King Philip War in my videos. Other than that, you know, it was just a nonsense war that the English could have just prevented by leaving the Indians alone. And just like all the refugees and Muslims, they should leave us alone and leave what we had put into the constitutional rights alone and stop changing it. Because what is it doing? Just leading us to more war. 500 years later, and still nothing but war. Other than that, YouTube Nation, Sudbury, Mass, and we are leaving this great site where Chief Metacom had once walked. And if you ever drive down here to Concord Road, give your respects throughout the window or wherever you stand, maybe drive by. Just make sure you drive down this road, you remember what happened here 500 years ago. Give your Native Americans a good handshake, just like the military, because they deserve it. Because what they fought for 500 years ago is what we're fighting for now with ISIS and all these other scumbags. To keep our rights, keep our freedom. Indians weren't no different. Just because of their color, their speech, they weren't educated through schools. No, they were educated on the street. And you people that get educated in the colleges and degrees and all that, you can't live in the wild. You can't live in the jungle. You can't live in the woods like the Indians did and survive. Till the next video, YouTube Nation.